Hello everyone, so welcome to the next phase of this shop extension video. In the last video you saw we got this back wall all ready, and what we're doing today is we're going to start on these 6x6 frames. They're going to match these ones here. What we're actually going to do is make sure that they are exactly the same size as these frames here, because we're going to reuse this glass, because this shop is going to be connected into that shop. So I've got a nice pile of, I'll just show you over here. Like I said, it's like being a kid in a sweet shop. So I'll just walk down here. Yeah, I mean, look, we got timber absolutely everywhere here. Look, and there's loads of fencing stuff, but posts galore. Look, millions of pounds worth with timber costs at the minute. So what I've got here is here's my pile of 6x6 posts, which I'm going to choose from. So I'll have a little count of how I'm going to need, and they're going to get the forklift and forklift those round for me, and then I can make a start. So I'll just walk back down here. I've got my little working area here, and then we can make a start cutting them and working on these frames, mortise and tenon. I've got some ply which I've got here, which I'm going to make a little jig out of to cut my mortises out of, and the tenons I should just cut with a circular saw. Anyway, I'll get set up and start cracking on. Oh, and the other thing is the sun's shining today, which is makes a big change from yesterday, so we're going to have sun on our backs today. So yeah, let's get on. So what you can see I've just done there, these are the sort of two biggest head and base plates. I've got a stub mortise I've cut with, I just cut a little template out of some ply and used my 1/2 inch router. Gets about maybe a 40mm. It's only a stub tenon. I'm going to use these big construction screws. The tenon just helps to hold it sort of a bit more controlled, because these will twist because they're just sort of softwood posts. There's a half lap cut on this side because there's another length got to be joined onto that, and then there's a mortise midway and a tenon on the end, and basically that's going to replicate what we've done here. As you can see, look, this represents the end post, and then across to a midpoint where this post is mortise and tenon into that one, and then here we've got this half lap here that we're replicating. So we're pretty much just, as I said earlier, I think, sorry if I'm repeating myself, we're pretty much just replicating this end on this end. So sun's beating down, it's really great. So I've got that done. I'm going to have a quick sandwich, and then I shall do the next couple of little short bits that go on the end of these half laps, mortise those, then I can cut the posts that go in between. I've just cut the tenons, you might have seen. I've got two saws here, I don't know where they are. Yeah, there. I've got my blade left and my blade right. One goes down the end of the timber that cuts the width of the tenon, and the other goes across the face of the timber, which cuts the shoulder of the tenon. So nice and quick. It's not, I know it's been said many times before, we're not making pianos here, and we could toil till we're blue in the face to get these exactly millimetre perfect, but the fact is they'll shrink anyway, so it's big sort of chunky beam construction, so we've got to get it somewhere near obviously to start with, but we don't get our knickers in a twist if we can't get it to the nearest millimetre. So I'm going to have a quick sandwich and then I'll crack on with the next bit. So I'll just show you quickly here. You see on the time lapse just putting this lot together. What I've done is sort of made a prop in the middle there and used the brickwork base because I know that's level. So what I've had to do, because some of these are twisted, you see, so when you test fitting them, it's fine because they're not you know, in its finished structure, but when you put them all together, this long one's got a bit of a twist on, this end one's got a bit of a twist on, and obviously all start fighting against each other. So what I was finding is I was knocking one in and it was bouncing out the other end. So what I've done is these ratchet straps are really, really handy. I've just basically ratchet strapped it all together, and it's pulled up really nice actually. You might have seen me there, I just checked it for diagonals, and straight off the bat, just strapped up like that, it's within about 2 mil, so I'm really happy with that. It's closed up these joints here, these half laps and stuff, so what I can do now is get some big long, where are they? And I'll just get them. Got a delivery this morning of these lovely big long forge fast construction screws, absolutely fantastic. So what we'll do now is just basically pin these joints together with a couple of those in each one. As I said earlier, the stub mortise and tenon will sort of control the sort of twist to a degree. I wouldn't want to just butt joint and screw them because I don't think they'd be okay, and that's what they're designed for. But putting a little stub tenon just helps it, keeps in a bit better control. So basically, I can just pre-drill all those, screw them up, and then the next and last job with this one is to try and stand it up. So I've got to see if I can get some help with that, because despite having Weetabix this morning, I don't think I'm going to be able to lift that up on my own. So let's get those screwed up. Try to stand it up now. Right, boys. Right, we're going to see an awesome display of manpower here. We'll over the fence. Yeah, so I think what we'll do, if we just move it this way, move it this way, so just really careful.
That boy's everywhere.
So just literally move it sort of 4 inches that way.
It's not that heavy at all. I was expecting that to be
right, tough guy. No, I said 3 of us.
It's just better to be safe than numbers, isn't it?
Right. Look, I'm in charge of all these men, look. Do as I tell you. Right, okay. Right, as you can see, lots of guys turn up there to wait for a little while. I couldn't lift that one on my own, but I'm pleased that it's gone and stitched it into that corner nicely. All these joints are pretty good. Considering these timbers here, he did ask me, the guy who owns the yard and the customer, if I could use some of the roughest ones that people put to one side of the pile. So I'm pretty happy, considering there was a bit of twist on them, but they've gone up okay and they'll continue to shrink and move anyway. So yep, happy with that. It took quite a long time to do that one, but there's quite a lot of work in it. And now I've just got to do, there's a section to do across the front with one intermediate and another section over that side, one intermediate. So I'll get set up. It's getting sort of 3 o'clock of this day, so I'll get everything marked up and ready, and then when I come back, I'll carry on and get these front ones in. But yeah, pretty happy with that's going. And as I said earlier, a real contrast today in terms of the weather. So yesterday it was sort of bleak and I had a jumper on, and today it's really, really hot. So anyway, happy with how it's going. So here we are, it's a new day, well it's a new week actually. I had a couple of days off this job. I went to do another job, which if you're interested in seeing, you can click here. It's some floor joists and floorboarding I put down. So just not going to get too bogged down in talking on this one. I might show a few details, but we're just going to carry on making these frames. As I said, we've got one frame to go across this wall here and another frame to go across this wall there. Got my posts there, got my 3 metre posts here. I'm going to start work on those and try and get all these posts in today so that we can then start working on the roof, because the roof timbers are here, the 9x2's turned up. Some of them are a bit ropey, but I'll sort through those as I come to them. Right, let's crack on. That was tight. Needs a bit of persuasion. Must have got a twist, slight twist on it since binding, so got the straps on it and give it some teasing with the FB. Good boy. Okay. Oh, that's got that up. I can get these screws in now, redraw that screw because it goes through the tenon, and then put a couple through from the end. And the last little one to do. Brilliant. So yeah, you may well have seen me, I had to huff and puff quite a bit to get this frame pushed into this one because I left the mortises open. So I don't know whether it moved, but like I said before, there's quite a lot of twist on these. So it's got to the point where you've got these great big frames up here, and unfortunately you're going to have to catch the twist up somewhere. So, but I had my ratchet straps and a big club hammer, and you know, managed to get boss of it and get it all fitted. So I'm happy with that. Here we go. Lovely. Oh, just got to screw it up now. Oh. Nice. Right, so that's all those frames up now. Sorry if the footage got a bit disjointed, but you may or may not noticed earlier in this video that there was a pile of timber down there. That was the 9x2 that was delivered, and I handballed it. And whilst I was handballing it in, I looked at it all, and it was absolutely atrocious. So the whole lot's been rejected, and it's been replaced by a load more. So unfortunately, we're sort of living in these weird times where the cost of materials is going up, and hang on a minute, am I zoomed in here? No, the cost of material seems to be going up and the quality seems to be going down. So, but anyway, enough of that. So that's it for me on this video. I hope you found it interesting. The next video will be me cutting these joists and putting the roof on. Thanks for watching.